My name is Elena. I am 29 years old now, but my story really began when I was 6. That was the age when my mother died. I still remember the hospital smell, the white walls, and the way my father held my hand so tightly, as if letting go would make everything disappear. After that day, our house changed forever. By the time I was 7, the laughter was gone. By 8, my father had started drinking. By 9, I learned how to make my own food and put myself to bed. My father was alive, but grief took his soul. Some nights he came home drunk and silent. Other nights, he didn't come home at all. At 10, I learned how to cry quietly. At 12, I stopped asking where he was. At 14, I accepted that I was alone. School became my escape, not because I loved it, but because it kept me away from the emptiness of home. When I was 17, everything changed. That's when I met Daniel. He was 18, new to town, and different from anyone I had ever known. He had calm eyes and a gentle voice. The kind of person who listened, not just heard. One day he asked me, "Why do you always look like you're carrying something heavy?" No one had ever noticed before. We started talking after school. At 17, I laughed again. At 17, I felt seen. By the time I was 18, I was in love. He told me he loved me on a cold evening, our hands shaking in the dark. I believed him with everything I had. At 19, we talked about the future. A small apartment, a simple life, a place where pain wouldn't follow me. For the first time, I had hope. At 20, Daniel became my whole world. Then one afternoon, he didn't answer my calls. Hours passed. Night came. At 12:47 a.m., there was a knock on the door. 2 police officers stood there. They said his name. They said the word accident. They said he died on the way to the hospital. I was 21 years old when my heart broke for the first time. The world went silent again. But this silence was worse than before. At 22, I stopped smiling. At 23, I stopped dreaming. At 24, I stopped believing life would get better. People told me I was young, that I would love again. But they didn't understand. Daniel wasn't just love. He was hope. And when hope dies, something inside you dies with it. On the anniversary of his death, when I was 25, I visited his grave. I sat there for hours, talking to Cold Stone like it could hear me. I told him how tired I was, how lonely the world felt, how I still searched for him in every crowd. Before I left, I whispered, I kept my promise. I survived. But surviving isn't the same as living. Now I'm 29, still quiet, still alone, still carrying a love that never grew old. Some people move on, some people heal, and some people just learn how to carry the pain without letting it show. If you're listening to this and your heart feels heavy, please remember, you are not weak for loving deeply. You are not broken for missing someone who's gone. Some loves don't end. They just stay silent. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please share, comment, and subscribe.